Hey, what's up, yo? It's Noka2 coming at you with another comic haul video. I thought I would start the morning off by doing a quick haul video. I've been steadily bagging books still buying books. My office continues to be cluttered. I don't seem to be making much progress, but my wife tells me that it's been like this for 10 years. I should just quit trying to say I'm going to clean up my office. um, I'll show you a quick picture of the surroundings. So it's like I got books lined up here and there, and then there and there and there and there, over here and down there, and these are all books that I've bought that I need to 2 stacks tall that I need to bag and board and file away in the back. But she's right. I don't know if I'll ever get to it completely, but hey, I'm going to keep trying. All right, so let's get started. So, first of all, as always, I want to thank everyone who takes their time to watch my videos and post a comment. I appreciate it. I really do it for my own sake, and it's fun. I don't really know anyone else that collects comics, so this is my really only outlet to talk about them. But anyhow, what do we have here in front of you? So Todd McFarlane's toy company started doing some exclusive figures for DC Universe, and I'll tell you, I kind of dig them. This is John Stewart's Green Lantern. Very nice, kind of top heavy when the gun's in his hand. He's got the microphone, and it comes with a trading card. It looks more like the animated series Green Lantern, but really a nice figure. I did not get the Batman or the Superman or the Harley Quinn yet. I'm not sure if I want to get those. There are other figures I'd rather buy. And then I haven't been able to find the Batman Who Laughs yet. There's quite a few others that I do want to get, like the Arkham Knight and the Batgirl. But again, haven't seen them yet. But this is a very nice figure. I like the green eyes too. And then the other figures that came out that I recently got, I've been waiting on them because I wanted to build a figure, and that was the Fantastic Four. I opened them up because I wanted to build a figure. But Doctor Doom, he was initially the chase figure because the LCS, or the toy store that I go to, it sold out immediately of this figure. And so I wasn't able to get this one, so I had to hunt for it. And then finally, the retail stores like Target and Walmart started getting it, and I was able to find one for $20 online before they became more abundant. They were selling for $30, $35, $40, which was a decent price for a figure that had just came out. And this is a great figure too. This is my favorite thing. Very heavy figure, probably the heaviest figure they have for Marvel Legends. I mean, it's very heavy, and this really is a reproduction of the Walgreens exclusive that they had. Walgreens did a Fantastic Four run, which I thought, for the most part, they're all pretty similar, but when the Thing first came out, that was a hot figure, and that was going for $80. For a $20 figure, $80. I think this being reproduced will cool down the figure a little bit, but we'll see. I have those figures. I haven't opened them up, but I had to open these up for the Build-A-Figure. Then you had Mr. Fantastic. You can change the hands so that he has the stretcho hands, and which it's fine. I mean, he's a decent figure. They've had other Marvel Legends, Mr. Fantastic, that had more or other figures also that had more power, like what do you want to say? Power like imagery with the figure, like the torso was elongated, which I thought they could have did with this figure. Maybe change the legs or something. I don't know, or make the hand a fist, or a large fist or something. But I'm okay with this figure. He looks older, kind of like in the newer comics, but not bad. I like the classic four. You know. Then we have, where's the other figures? Then we had Johnny Storm, right, where you can change the hands and have flames on them. That's not bad. The Walgreens figure had a red Johnny Storm, so he looked like he was on fire, which I like that figure better. They had a Sue Storm with the invisible force field, which is kind of cool. I'm sure many of you have seen the Toy Shiz. Shout out to Toy Shiz that does reviews on unboxings of these figures. That's a decent figure. Although, I will say, the face doesn't seem to go with me, at least for Sue Richards. But, and then I really like this She-Hulk. The She-Hulk with the gray She-Hulk, with the green eyes, like the last volume of comics she had, where I don't even read that comic, but there's several covers that were pretty awesome, with the busting pants. So I bought those because I wanted this, the Build-A-Figure Super Skrull. Toy Biz had done a Fantastic Four line that was really cool. They were probably the best action figures prior to Hasbro and Toy Biz started doing the Marvel Legends, where they had Impossible Man. The Super Skrull was probably the chase figure, I want to say. And that figure is still expensive. I mean, loose, that figure goes for $40. And mint on card, the regular standard version goes for $80. And I like the Super Skrull from Toy Biz better. The colors are more vibrant. The face is more like the Super Skrulls in the comics. This kind of is, I don't know. I think it's kind of going more for the MCU movie kind of version, but the Toy Biz version has the hands where they put on top of this, kind of like the Storm, the Johnny Storm fire that goes on top, and there's two thin hands. And they had two variants. They had a clear invisible variant of Super Skrull, and then they had where the whole Super Skrull was this color, and then they had another one that was red, that like was clear fire. And those two go for well over $100 if you can even find them online. They're expensive figures. I've bidded on them before, and I would bow out at about $80, and they would always go for, in the three figures. So I'm just not at the point of paying $100 for an action figure that at that time came out was $9. Probably less, but I don't know. Maybe I will get to that point. But I really, I wanted to show these next comics once I had this, because I knew, this was previewed in the Toy Fair 2019, and I was waiting on it, and to show these comics that went kind of with the Super Skrull and She-Hulk when I saw She-Hulk was in it, and I'm going to show those books now. So let's get started there. I'm just going to move these figures out of the way because they're going to fall over because I don't have their stands. The Green Lantern did come with a action figure stand, which helps it stand a little bit. So I got She-Hulk volume. I think this is probably, what is this volume? This is technically probably volume 1 because the first volume was Savage She-Hulk. The second volume by John Byrne was Sensational She-Hulk, and this is just She-Hulk. So it could be technically volume 3 or it could be volume 1 if you just go by title. So that's She-Hulk number 21 by Greg Horn. Nice cover. But then Mike Deodato, Deodato, is that how you say his name? Deodato. Mike Deodato. Started doing the covers and interiors, and it's great. This is She-Hulk number 22. Got 2 covers, 2 copies of that. These were a quarter a piece too, so I picked these up, and I've had these for a while from the quarter sale, and I've had these probably 6 months. Great cover here, She-Hulk number 23, kind of a sexy cover with her coming out of the water. I think this is Mike Deodato. Can't swear to it because the signature isn't on there, but I think it is because he was doing a cover run on this. And then 32 with Super Skrull. Right, he's put him in there. Put She-Hulk on the ground. That's an awesome cover. And then number 33, the conclusion to that storyline. And then number 34, which I don't know what it's about. It's got Tundra on there, Valkyrie, and Sue Richards on there. But I thought I would show those once those action figures came out, and those were a quarter each. One other action figure I got, I got this book actually recently for $1, and I've said this before. That storyline in The Punisher where the Punisher gets the War Machine armor is a great story. The art is decent. The covers are awesome by Clayton Crane. His cover run on that was great. And they did an action figure of that. And this is War Machine Punisher, which is a great figure. The sun is coming through the windows, causing a glaze. But I'm probably going to try to buy another one. I paid $25 for this. What else is there to say? Really, that's it. I mean, this is a great figure, and I think this figure is going to go up in value. Some of these Marvel Legend figures can go for some big bucks. So, I got that for $1. Anytime I see this run of comics, I pick it up if it's cheap and in their mint condition, and this was $1, so I have that. I think I have almost all of that run. I'm missing one issue that I haven't found yet. I'm going to find it at some point, but I didn't want to resort to eBay. I try not to buy too much from eBay. All right. So what else do I have here? All right. So I talked about this sale before. So Midtown has the end of the year clearance sale in December. And I bought several books, which I've shown. And then in January, they did another clearance sale for, I think, 60%. And so I bought them again. I bought some more books again. I showed this last time where I got one copy and I wish I would have got another. And so I did at 60% off. And, I paid I think $9 for this one. I think for the last one I paid $8. The Alex Ross 1 in 50 Star Wars #1. I mean, this came out in 2015, and they printed a boatload of Star Wars #1 variant copies. I mean, this was the highest printed comic in years. So the regular cover, I mean, who knows how many they printed, and then the variant. So 1 in 50, I think, it's a classic homage to the very first Star Wars comic. I think it's a great cover. 1 in 50, I don't think you can really go wrong for $9. I think the print run for that first issue for 2015 was almost 1 million for Star Wars. So, but I got that for $9. And then I bought several of their Midtown exclusives that I didn't get when they came out. I do have a small pull list, really, to get the variants that come out, because a lot of times the LCSs don't have them or carry them where I live. And again, it's not really a true LCS. And that was Iron Fist #1, J. Scott Campbell, Midtown exclusive, anti-venomized, the negative color variant. I paid $450. It was under $5. Paid under $5, $450. I think that's a $15 book for them. This was the Raza Murdoch variant for Symbiote Spider-Man #1. I paid $350 for that. That's also a $14 book regularly. I thought it was a cool cover. Got this for this is Marvel Legacy #1. I think I may have a copy of this already, but this is the gatefold cover, and that was what was that? $4. I think it was $4 because it was I think it's $15 regularly. It's a great cover too. It's a gatefold. You opened it up. It's a great cover. I got this Marvel Superior Spider-Man #31 variant, Midtown exclusive. It's a connecting cover. I couldn't recall if I had all three of them, but this was the only one that was on sale that they had, and that was I want to say it was about $4. Yeah, it's about $4, $350 maybe. I know it was all under $5. Then I got the Invincible Iron Man exclusive for Midtown by J. Scott Campbell #1. With Riri on there, and that was $3. Good price for that. That's normally $12 book. I got this one for $4, Midtown exclusive. This is a gorgeous cover too. I remember when it came out, I thought about getting it, and I was like, yeah, $15 a little high, but because I don't think these are ratio. I don't know how many the print run is for the Midtown exclusives, but it wasn't like a 1 in 50. And so this is a gorgeous cover by Mike Mayhew with Enchantress and Scarlet Witch for $4. Now, I went to another LCS and I found some books I've been talking about that I have I've been really digging these female cover artists, and so I've been making a point to try to look for them in their dollar bins. I went to another comic sale and they were what's it, 60% off the cover price. So this was Rivers of London #1 by Titan Comics, Anna Dittman. This is cover C. Great cover. This is a beautiful cover by her. This is cover A by Anna Dittman. Rivers of London #1, Titan Comics. This is The Troop by Anna Dittman, #5 by Titan Comics. Beautiful cover. And then I got this. And so all of those were like a $1.50 or $1.25. And Angela Asgard's Assassin, Stephanie Hans, #2. Great cover by Stephanie Hans. I got this for cover price when it came out. This is going for some money now. This is going for like maybe $10, $15. And regularly on a good day, maybe 20. The End Captain Marvel #1 variant by Peach Momoko. We've talked about her before being hot. You know, that Read Only Memories came out. I have that somewhere. I haven't been able to find it, but I know I have it. And that book hit, and it's going for $100 now. I mean, that's just crazy. I think it was a 1 in 10 variant too, but then I got this. I've never seen this artist before. Oliver Vantine. I ordered this at cover price. Doctor Strange #2. I don't know. Something about that cover. I looked at it and I was like, yeah, I kind of dig that cover. I'm going to buy that cover. So I bought that for the cover only. Then I went to an LCS out of state. Actually, I was out for business, and I bought Phoenix #1 Resurrection. This is the, I don't know what the ratio variant is. This 1 in 25, Jenny Frison variant, and it's a gorgeous cover. When that book came out, it was going for ratio easily $25. Still goes for probably about ratio $20 to $25. I thought about buying it when I first saw this. I was out of town in Indiana, actually, at an LCS, and they were trying to sell this for $17.99 because they were selling it for $20, even though it was 125. But they were allowing me to get the discount that they give their pool customers because I was coming there on a regular basis. I would come there probably once a month. And so the owner was letting me get the discount of 10%. So I could have got this for $17.99. And at the time, I was like, yeah, it seems kind of high for Jenny Frison. And so I waited, and I finally found it for $7. It's cooled down some. So $7 wasn't a bad price. And then I got this book also for $7. This is Spider-Man #1, 1 in 25 variant by Mark Bagley for $7. I thought that was a decent deal. While I was at an LCS out of state, I came across this still on their racks for cover price. Miles Morales, Spider-Man #13. First appearance of Billy Morales, the baby, which I think is ridiculous too, that the book even became hot. But that book still goes for $10. I think they were on issue number 17 maybe when this was still on the shelf, and I was like, yeah, I'll pick that up for cover price. I got 3 copies. I may have 4 or 5 copies of this. This is Flash #88. The cover A and cover B by Mike Golden. This is the first appearance of Paradox. Pay cover price for those. I love these Alex Ross Immortal Hulk covers. Number 31, cover price. And let me see if I can find that other cover that I really think is great. I'll come across it here in a little bit. Of course, I got a copy of this. This was hard as crap to get. This is my extra copy. My pull list comic from Midtown hasn't arrived yet. But, Batman #89, obviously everybody knows, first appearance of the designer and first cameo appearance of Punchline. The fact that this book goes for what it is, it just shows you how out of control the comic book market is right now. Here's the comic I wanted. Immortal Hulk, number 28. I found that on the stand still at that LCS where I got the Spider-Man #13. I just love this cover with the mask, the kid mask of Incredible Hulk. It's just an awesome cover. Alex Ross has been killing that series on covers. Found another copy of Green Arrow #24. That's probably my 5th copy for $1 for the first appearance of John Deagle. Now, this was probably in VF minus because there's this one little thing there. I didn't notice it when I picked it up, but got it for $1. I wouldn't have left it there even if I did see it for $1. It looks like, because this book wasn't bagged and boarded, it looks like, when someone's thumbing through the top and they bent that. Just a tragedy. Other than that, it's a pretty, crisp copy. But for $1, I'm not going to leave it there. It was hot for a little bit. It got up to $20. It's probably cooled down to 10 now. Got these for cover price. This is the collage variant for Thor #1 by M.R. Garcine. I like these kind of collage variants. I think they're great. They do go for some money down the line. I think this is a hold book. You know, Amazing Spider-Man number 700. I mean, how many of those are printed? A gazillion. And that collage variant goes for about 20 to 40 bucks. And granted, it was an $8 comic cover price. But you have, Captain America number 19. That goes for, 80 bucks. There was Invincible Iron Man 519. There's another Thor variant collage that goes for some money. So I think those books are, if you see when they do collages, hold on to them. They go for some money. This I got Invincible Iron Man number 1. Another, it was a Steam variant, number 1 with Riri Williams on it, and that I got for $2. That's probably a $10 comic. Got these for $1 a piece. Totally awesome. Hulk number 17, Venomized version. Old Man Logan number 1, cover A. Those probably worth $1. I really got this one because I wasn't sure if I had that, and I didn't think I had that one, but I did. So yeah, what are you gonna do? Got this because it was a second printing of Monstrous number 3 for $1. Thought I'd get that. This was a new release, cover price. Monstrous number 25. Now, Monstrous hasn't been coming out as regularly monthly as it had previously, but I'll be honest, I'd rather it come out episodically with the same creators than having someone else that is not of the same quality in writing or art as Marjorie Liu and Sana Takeda. So I'm okay with waiting for the book. But it'd been a while since they produced one. And that's a great series if you're not reading it. That's my boy. Say hi, Max.
Hi.
What you got there?
Your figure, not mine.
He's been waiting on me to do the video with the Super Scroll so he can take it.
Nuh-uh. I just want to see it.
Oh, okay.
What are you going to do?
Okay. Here's the 2018 Black Panther number 1, volume, I don't know, whatever, number 3. The 1 in 10 variant by Yasmin Putri. It makes me think that this is a connecting cover, but I don't know that for a fact. But anyway, I got this for $2. So I thought that was a decent deal for a 1 in 10 variant by Yasmin Putri. Got this for cover price. Peter Porker, Spider-Ham. Like the cover. Got this at cover price. Batman Beyond number 40. Everybody knows that. It had some heat on it. Sold out. It's the reveal that Batman Beyond Woman, or Batwoman Beyond, was Ilana Grayson. This is 39. The Francis Manapul variant cover. I can't recall if I have the regular cover. This is the Yasmin Putri, Lois Lane number 7. First cameo appearance of Kiss of Death. And then obviously number 8. It got really hot. This is Nick Fury, number 1, variant cover by Greg Land. I think this was a 1 in 25 variant, and I paid $5 for this. I think $5. Yeah, it was $5 or just under $5, $4.50. $4.50 maybe. Yeah, probably $4.50. But whatever it was, I thought it was a good deal. I like how they're trying to make the cover kind of reminiscence of the Nick Fury with Jim Steranko with the colors and kind of that same vibe with it. So for $4.50, I thought that was a decent deal. For 1 in 25 variant. And I like the cover. I debated about buying that when it first came out. But again, I think that book was a $25 or $20 book. And I was like, I'm not going to buy that for that price. But for $4.50 all day long. Got this for $1.25. it was Iron Fist number 4, the Stephanie Hans variant cover, and then the Venomized Gamora number 4 by also Stephanie Hans. All right, so we're getting up to 30 minutes. I think we're gonna do 2 more comics that I wanted to talk about that I'm gonna end with. So first, I want to show. Let me see if I find it. I don't have it up there. Yeah, probably taking it down. Well, I've been on this looking for this book for a long time, and I've been trying to find it in the condition that I wanted, at the price that I wanted to pay. And it's an older book, so it to find it in a high grade in the wild is hard. You know, CGC has some that are in the $1,000 when they're in mint. But I wanted to compare it to this book here. This book came out. Batman is one of the highest printed books by DC. And, you know, this book goes for, out of the gate, $25, right? I mean, there were pre-sales for $25 to this book. And so you're talking about, you know, probably upwards to 60 to 70,000 print run of this comic for cover A. And maybe even a little higher. You know, for $25 out of the gate, and now in aftermarket, you know, it's going up to $39. But then you have this book here, okay? And you know, and there's going to be multiple print runs of that. There's going to be a second printing already that's sold out, probably even a third printing. And, you know, what's the significance? It's got a cameo appearance of Punchline with just her jaw, and then it's got the first full appearance, which is still just 1 or 2 panels of the designer, right? And so you look at that comic, and the market says, oh, that's a valuable comic. And then you have this comic here, which I've been looking for in a wild for a long time, and was never able to find it. Even online, I couldn't find a grade that I thought was worthy of even the low price that it goes for. So for those of you who don't know, this is Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man, and SNL, the not ready for primetime players, and Stan Lee. So for those of you that don't know the story, at the time this book was printed in the 70s, Spider-Man was the most popular character for Marvel. And he had the Amazing Spider-Man title. He had Peter Parker, the Spectacular Spider-Man title. He had Marvel Team Up Spider-Man. And then he also had Spidey, the Electro Company easy reader comic aimed towards a younger audience. So when this book came out, you know, there's an interview online by what's the dude's name from CBSI that talks, I think it was Mike Del Carlo, that talked about how, you know, they were trying to figure out who can Spider-Man team up with now. And they just came up with the idea of, hey, how about, you know, SNL? And so, you know, Marvel Team Up was not, you know, even back then, they were not printing the volumes of comics that they did in the 90s or even today. I mean, I don't know what the print run is on this, but my guess is it's less than 20,000. And so, particularly because this was Marvel Team Up, it wasn't as popular as Amazing Spider-Man or Peter Parker. And so this book came out, and Lorne Michaels, who is the creator of SNL, they signed a contract with Marvel that this comic can never be reprinted, that it can never be redone, and this was a one-time exclusive. That's it. They did it. And so, you know, this book will never be reprinted. It's a low print run. It's got Stan Lee in it as a character. It's got the late John Belushi. It's got the late Gilda Radner in there. Bill Murray's in there. Dan Aykroyd's in there. You know, those guys are getting older. They're going to die. You know, this comic here should be worth more than it is. So I paid $12 for this book shipped. The actual price that I paid for the comic was $8, and I would have paid that easily, $12 easily anywhere. So this comic is in VF near mint. I mean, the corners are sharp, you know, pretty sharp corner. That little ding there, maybe a little corner ding there, and then there's one tick there and 2 ticks there. And other than that, it's still very crisp. The pages are white. The back is solid white. I mean, it was bagged and boarded and cared for, and I cannot find a nicer ungraded copy for some time. So I had it on my alert list from eBay. I don't buy a lot of comics on eBay. And this finally came up, and I looked at it, and it was a buy it now or best offer. And I made an offer, and he accepted, and boom, I got that book. I was really happy to get this book.
Well, good job.
And so, you know, here a book is that's not going to be reprinted, that's got a low print run, that's got iconic people in it, real people that are deceased that will never be reprinted by contract. And it's worth probably $10 at the best raw. And then you have this comic that is, reprinted, that's going to get reprinted, that got massively printed, and probably 60 to 80,000, that has a barely cameo appearance of Punchline that the market drove up to $40. I mean, that just, you know, is crazy. But, you know, it is what it is, I guess, you know. So, but I've been looking for that book for a long time. I'm real happy with the copy that I got. And then this last book that I want to show, because we're at 37 minutes,
Yay.
is Lois Lane 106. So I've been looking for this book for a long time in the grade that I wanted. It's a 1970s comic that would never be done today. I mean, just the social implications. There would be so much uproar if something like this was done, or they changed Lois Lane to a black lady to see what it's like to be a black woman for 24 hours. I mean, I'm curious, black, you know, I mean, that would never happen, right? And this book, you know, it came in my alert as a low grade, and it's got some issues there, you know, the corner there, here, down here, but it's intact. The staples are attached. It's sharp. Gloss is still good. The pages are off white, but when I bought it, I took a chance. It was ungraded, but graded copies that are high grade go for quite a bit of money. I looked at it, and it was a buy it now or best offer. And so, you know, I asked the guy a couple of questions, and he said, you know, there was no staining. That's a pet peeve of mine. I don't want to buy any books that are water stained. And so I decided I'd take the chance, and so I bought that book with shipping and handling for $60. And I thought that was a very good deal. The back of the cover is dirty. And so I think this is going to be my first book that I send off for professional pressing and cleaning. Because I grade this book at probably a 4.5 to a 5. Maybe it would go a little higher with a press. And then maybe this might be the first book that I send off for CGC that I send off directly. I haven't decided yet. I very may well. Just because of the cultural significance of this book, the rarity of this book. As you know, Lois Lane was not a highly printed book. But I'm real happy to have this copy here. So with that, I will say peace out, and we will talk to you later. Say peace, Max.
No.